Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lacksal and welcome to MineFarms episode 3. So in this episode, we're going to be looking at the bamboo farm. So here is a simple bamboo farm that I made. So basically how it works is the bamboo grows, it gets detected by the observers, that leads an output to the redstone, which you'll see as soon as it grows again. And basically it takes the output, sends it to the repeater, which activates this piston, which shoots the slime blocks to the redstone block, which activates this piston, which harvests the bamboo. Then this gets collected in a lot of furnace minecarts that are not furnace minecarts, hopper minecarts that are under here, which if you're careful, you can place on a block of dirt on top of rail, break the rail, and then place bamboo on top. So those are all sitting there, and then I have this other hopper minecart going under to collect everything, and then it gets all stopped here by the collection system and put into the double chest. And yes, the random tick speed is up, but I'm not putting it up as high as I did in my first video because I'm never doing that again because it absolutely killed my computer. But this is just a simple example of how you can make a bamboo farm in Minecraft. Yes, this farm is really efficient, and especially if you have lots of them or if you make the bamboo grow faster by using bone meal. But there's one problem with it. Where's the fun in that? And so, because that's just not enjoyable to make, I've made this massive 100 block long by 16 block bamboo farm, which absolutely destroys my computer, and it's kind of horrific, but it does do about something like 30,000 bamboo per harvest, and that's why I've made this. But 30,000 is cool, but 100,000 would be a lot cooler. So I'm gonna make 4 of these all around this area over here and see if I can literally make my computer catch on fire. So I filled it all in and I ran it once and I put in some storage systems, and after one go, this thing makes a lot. It's still emptying, but I have about a third of a chest there, and on the other side there's maybe a half of a chest there actually. Let me just get through real quick. Yeah, almost half a chest here. So one go of this thing is an incredible amount of items. So I'm going to make 4 of them, and I'm also going to wait for my computer to die, but I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. I'll get back when I'm done making the other 3 of these. While I'm procrastinating building the other 3 because it's a lot of work and I don't feel like doing it, I'm just going to show you how I made this work. So basically, I put down 16 by 100 blocks of dirt, place the bamboo on top, put glass all around it so that nothing can fly out, and then I built a simple flying machine right here. Basically, you have the slime. Actually, you know what? Let me just build one real quick. So basically, it works like this. So you have a slime block, then you'll have a sticky piston like that, and then on the other side, you'll have the inverse like that, and then it just goes across however many blocks, across however many blocks again, and then you have an observer facing that out on both of them, and then on like that side, then you just need to activate it and it'll go, unless you put an observer there because that will break it. Anything else that will make it work. And then I also have a return mechanism on here, just a simple thing. So I have the observer, so it detects when the piston comes in, it stops, and then it sends a quick pulse, which gets slowed down by this, so it doesn't start breaking the observer by making 1 tick pulses back and forth there, making a clock. It sends it out, shoots it back. I guess I could show it if you turn it on like that. Shoots it back, and then I also have one on the other side, and if you just use this lever here, it'll keep it permanently on so it doesn't send it back and forth. But you'll see this will go here, and then on the other side, I don't have a lever. Okay, I do have a lever, but I don't have it on, so it always goes back using the same mechanism. And then after all of that happens, everything falls onto the dirt blocks, and it gets picked up by the hopper mine carts, and those just go back and forth in their one lines, and then they all get unloaded into the chests here. The one thing about this, though, is that the unloading process takes a really long time, but really this is the easiest way to do it for a farm of this size. And if you're AFKing there, you won't notice how long it takes. And also, this can happen sometimes. I don't know why. I guess it's just going a bit too fast, and the hopper minecarts get shot all the way over here. But that doesn't affect anything. It still gets emptied by this hopper somehow. I don't really know how, but I'm not going to complain. But it works, and you just saw that come back over here. And come to think of it, I should put some glass like around here to stop stuff from getting shot out like that. But pretty much that's how it works. It's a pretty simple design. It's massive. And realistically, if you were building a bamboo farm, you'd probably never need anything more than this unless you're like Psycraft and need a ridiculous amount of this for fuel. But I'm building 4 of these for instructional purposes and because it's going to look really cool when it's done. So I'll be back when I've done some more work on building these. Another full one up, and I put down the railroad tracks for the other 2. And I have to say, this looks really cool actually without these. I don't know why, but this just looks really cool just having the railways. And also, over the course of this, I've gotten very good at using the fill command. And by very good, I mean using trial and error until it actually works. But yeah, and really, this is just incredibly grindy in placing lots of blocks everywhere. And then there's nothing I can really do about the redstone block to power the rails. I just have to put those in repetitively. But it's all coming together. I'm more than halfway done, and hopefully not too long from now, I'll have everything else up and I can finally test this thing and watch my computer catch fire. This is possibly the most boring and monotonous thing I've ever done. And there's really nothing more I can say about this. This is really boring. And the only thing that I'm regretting right now is doing this part because it's incredibly unenjoyable. Just back and forth and my inability to use the controls. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to keep working on this. This is one of the most satisfying things I have ever seen, and I absolutely love just watching these go back and forth. 10 out of 10, best part of the farm so far. Best part of the farm so far is watching these go back and forth. I don't know why, but it's just hypnotizing. And then I doubled it up over here, and it just looks entirely chaotic because this one's behind. But besides that, this one also looks pretty cool. All the other ones are absolutely horrible, and I don't want to talk about it. But these all look pretty cool, and I like this. I like this a lot. It's not as good as this one, but it's cool. And more me procrastinating building the rest of it because I don't know how to use fill commands. Okay, it's finally done. I finished everything. I have all of them up. All 4 of the massive bamboo things. They're all up. And let me just set the tick speed up to 1000 so everything can grow real quick. And I'm already starting to lag a little bit just from them growing. So I'm just going to load the chunks real quick. And I don't have high hopes for my game not crashing. It's most likely going to crash. I'd be surprised if it didn't actually. But I'm going to give it a try, and we'll see how it goes. Just making sure everything's all loaded. And okay, definitely going to go turn that down before it destroys everything. 3. Okay. Perfect. So that's it. I hooked everything up to this area, and it's annoyingly unsymmetrical. I know. I wish that it were symmetrical, but it's not. It's all just there. Got all of the storage up, and I'm going to go see how it goes. So be back in a second, and hopefully this doesn't destroy everything. Okay, here it is. The moment. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, I already regret doing this. 1 frame per second. Okay, that's better than expected. It's not. No. Okay. It's working. It is working. Except I forgot to put in the minecarts, and now I can't. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm just going to have to wait for it to stop, and then I'll put in all the minecarts, and then I'll tell you how much it got in the end, because this is unwatchable. So I'll be back when it's all done, and it has slowed down. Well, not slowed down. The game's actually moving so that I can collect everything up. Okay, so I just finished running it, and I got everything collected, and it took like half an hour to get everything together. But now I have everything inside of this one chest. And no, this is not just one chest. It's a chest almost full of shulker boxes. All of these are filled with bamboo, and this is one harvest. So this ended up being about 38 1/3 shulker boxes full of bamboo, or 66,112 bamboo in one harvest. So That's an absolutely ridiculous amount. Not 100% sure, but that's I don't know. It definitely over 100,000 bamboo per hour, which is an absolutely insane amount. And I could actually, you know what? I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go do the math because I'm pretty sure that a bamboo grows to full height in about I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to go find that out. Basically, didn't feel like doing the math, but it's definitely over 100,000 per harvest, per hour. And I'm incredibly happy with this farm. This is incredibly laggy, and it absolutely destroyed my computer, and I would never build this on any multiplayer server ever, or else you're probably going to get kicked from the server for lagging it, especially on an anarchy server or anything like that. Would I recommend building this in survival? No, not ever. This is a complete waste. I would just build something smaller and compact, like the one over here. But is this just a fun project to do in creative? Yeah, sure. I would just play around with it in creative. I'm sure you could make a better collection system than I did, but I just wanted something simple that picked everything up, and it did, and put everything into chests, which it also did. And I could have put them in a shulker loader, which would have been faster, but I need to figure out how to make one of those first. But that's been it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. It took pretty much 2 days to make, so be sure to like it if you want to, but be sure to subscribe to see what I'm doing next week.